Hi everyone, Rain Turner again. Today I want to just talk to you a little bit about, when you get to the stage where you think, okay, I need to take some responsibility for what's happening in my life or what's not happening in my life. And as I said to you in the last video, you need to make that list of what's working and what's not working. Once you see, you can actually see which parts of your life aren't working for you. And at this stage, making some commitment to creating a different scenario, creating possibly something that you feel can work for you, but you're not sure what. The next step is to take one of the things that aren't working for you and dissect it. Look at the whole aspect of it and work out, what do I actually want this to look like? If it's your relationship and your relationship's not working for you, what do I actually want it to look like? What kind of communication do I want in my relationship? What kind of intimacy do I want in my relationship? Where do we fit in terms of our goals, or do we have any goals at all in terms of where our relationship's going, where our future together is going? Do we have the same values? Because if you are in a relationship where you have completely different values, that's a really, really difficult one to get over. Do we have the same sense of moral responsibility? Those are some of the places you can start with. One of the other things I would look at is, how are we around money? Do we work with money the same way? So many couples I meet have one of the partners who's really, really thrifty and really good with money, and the other partner who's completely useless with money, and trying to balance that is really, really, really difficult. So that's another area to look at. Okay, how do we spend our free time? What is it that we have in common? How can we create a relationship that we can do things that we have in common? Some really, really interesting questions to ask yourself. With every single step that's happening in your life that's not working, what is your vision for how you want it to look going forward? If your relationship is not working, if there are things in it that are not working, you need to look at what it is you want it to look like. Write down what it is you want it to look like. And if it doesn't look like anything like you want it to look like, why are you there? It's an interesting question, but it's a really, really important one. Our relationships are incredibly important. The relationship we have with our significant other half is incredibly important in terms of how we see ourselves, how we see our lives. How do they complement us? Do they complement us at all? Or are they acting in a completely opposite way as to how we would? Are they completely out of sync with who we are? So it's really important to look at, why am I there? It's one part of it. When you look at your job, for example, you need to ask yourself why you're doing it. Am I doing it for just the money? And if you are, and you have to do it for just the money, how can I actually get a better relationship with the job I'm doing? Well, first of all, you can start by feeling grateful for that job. And see how you feel about that. Get up every morning with the attitude of gratitude that you have a job that you can actually go to. And if it's not something that you see yourself wanting to do for any length of time, ask yourself the questions. Okay, this job I'm doing, it kind of fits me for now. It's achieving the result in terms of it's bringing me an income and it's biding me time until I find out what I want to really, really do. The next step is to work out what is it that you're really passionate about. What is it that you want to do with your work life? Because let's face it, when we're working, and when I say working, we're going to a job and we are creating or trading time for money. Our time, our expertise, our experience, our information, we're trading that for money so that we can do what we want to do on a day-to-day basis in our lives. We can pay the rent, we can pay for our food, we can pay for the schooling for our children, we can create the lifestyle that we want. So that's what a job is. But is it what you want to do for the rest of your life? And if it's not what you want to do for the rest of your life, maybe it's time to sit down and look at what actually makes your heart sing. What it is that makes you feel joy in the world. And if money wasn't an object, what would you love to get up and do every day? And if it's about service and helping people, who would you like to help and how would you like to help people? What story do you have that you can give to the world that would help other people? Just some thoughts about what's not working in your life. Do some thinking for yourself. If you're stuck with your life and you know that there are things that aren't working, sit down and look at them. Don't be fearful about looking at them, because it's only when you look at them that you recognize the degree of unhappiness or the degree of stuckness that you actually have. And really, doing something or changing something in your life, doing something different from what you've already done, is not a big deal. It's just about a level of uncomfortness about it. Once you get over feeling uncomfortable about it, you can actually create some change. Because once you've done something new a couple of times, you get comfortable about it. And fear goes. Because it's just you having a new experience. And there is nothing wrong with having new experiences. That's what life is all about. It's about filling yourself up with experiences. New ones, exciting ones, joyful ones. What are you waiting for? I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.